And welcome everybody to the Juices Loose number 20, all about that Bayonetta. I'm your host, Terminator Juice. We got a good lineup of guests here, and we're going to talk about Bayonetta. And I'm not going to do my usual Mario Kart 8 recap or anything like that. We're just going to get into this, and next week's show will resume back to my normal format. So let's get with introductions. From my right to left, we have Coupon Strives. How's it going?
Hello. Hello.
And Mr. Games Rosa.
Hello, everybody.
And Twilight Bites.
What's happening?
ASAP Rel.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
And the Red Knight himself.
What's up, everybody? Thank you, GameStop, for being useless.
Damn.
Got some first timers on here. Twilight and Red. Never been on my Juices Loose, so thank you thank you for joining. And it's good to have you guys. So, like I said already, we're going to be talking about everything Bayonetta. And so let's get started. Red, do you want to clarify your comment there about GameStop?
Please.
I just had trouble picking up Bayonetta at GameStop because it was pretty much only for people who pre-ordered it. And then Smash Brothers, the craziest thing happened. When I told the lady, I said, all right, I don't have Bayonetta for sale. Can I pre-order Smash Brothers?
Oh.
Yes. I said, the GameCube bundle, to be clear. She said, yes. I go in my wallet, put out $5. She says, oh, I forgot to mention that you have to pay for the whole game right now.
That's bull.
You get that bundle? Because I know for regular games you don't.
I know for the regular games you don't, but for the bundle you do. And I was like, that makes no sense.
No,
So the promise of my money in November, on November 21st, is not good on October 24th.
I think your bundle. I think you got played. Honestly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Like that person wanted.
Because I definitely didn't pay mine off all the way back when I pre-ordered it back in
But when
July.
did you pre-order it?
I pre-ordered it back in July though.
See, that's the thing. Now after the direct and everything.
Well, I saw the U.S. numbers for pre-orders, and Smash Wii U wasn't even in the top 50, and all of a sudden it's at like 140,000 pre-orders.
Oh man,
it is ridiculous in the last couple of weeks. So I think I read that or heard that some of the bundles were selling out with the GameCube controllers, but I don't know if that's true. But I will say
I just found it weird.
Well, Bayonetta for sure. The GameStop I went to, they had 7 pre-ordered copies, and they only brought in 1 extra for just somebody walking in. So they only had 1 available.
Man, go to Walmart, man. I got it at Walmart last night. So.
I just got back from our store. It's like Walmart, but it's a better version. It's called Myers, and they were all sold out. And so yeah, I just don't think there's a lot of copies to be had, which kind of sucks. But I will say
Walmart had 3 of them just hanging around. So.
Oh, that's good. They did get the Smash 3DSs back in stock, which have been sold out for a while. So yeah, I've heard my friend of mine, Derek Steelfox, he knows a manager at a GameStop, and he says it's Nintendo's the whole up. They don't allow GameStop to get enough copies or some crap like that. Whereas Destiny, they don't even have a limit. They just got like 100 copies without even trying. So maybe there's something.
Well, I mean,
maybe
I'm sure Nintendo wanted to hold back on putting out too many because they knew. You know what I'm saying? That's another example of a company trying to manufacture demand, kind of, sort of.
I think so. I think
that. Just like with the PS4 back when, or even Nintendo when they had the Wii. Like, let's underserve our audience so that they can know if you want one, you gotta wait. And
it's just for them, they're not going to be losing money. They print so many copies. If they sell out, then they can print some more. They're not going to be sitting on 2 million copies in the stores. So I guess does anyone else have any other story from picking up the game? Anyone else have any problems finding it or getting it?
Nope. I was very surprised.
I guess before we get started on games, if you want to tell your little Bayonetta story from the Nintendo World Store. Sound like you had a pretty good time there.
Jelly.
Games.
Yeah, my stupid mic. All right, but the thing is, it was really fun over there. You had the cosplayer there, of course, and it was really fun taking some shots. There was a lot of good shots.
I bet.
Trust me. Yeah, trust me. But it's like they were giving this mystery soda. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I just call it Bayonetta drink. And they were giving
Bayonetta juice.
yeah. Let's just go by that. And, they were giving out like lollipops because Bayonetta loves lollipops, and every demo station was basically Bayonetta 2 all the way. It was basically the full game. They had raffles, they had all that stuff. It was a fun time, and of course you had to be 17 or older, and yeah, you had to bring your ID and all that. I felt like I was like going to a club. I'm just like, what the frick is this? But
ID, sir.
Yeah. But in total, it was a great time. I met some people from GAL there, and it was just a fun time. So,
Who?
Starman and Gilligan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Street
So,
pass.
oh, trust me, there was a lot of Street Pet tags.
I bet.
Is that the first time Nintendo World Stores ever had a age requirement? You think you need to see your ID?
I actually think so, because there hasn't been a game that they've done this for that they've needed a ID for for an event. So they wouldn't do it for Smash Brothers, they wouldn't do it for Metroid or something, because those games are usually rated T and below.
Mm-hmm.
So this was basically the first event that they even had, like, I guess, this guy in a suit checking your ID. Like, I'm just like, what the frick is that? And then, but it was fun in total, and I'm definitely, oh god, I can't wait for the Smash one though.
Oh man, I wish I could come to you.
Let's not get off
Come out there for that.
Yeah, I know, but the cosplayer, really, she acted the right way. She really did her part.
Was it the Playboy chick?
No.
No.
She looked a little short. I was telling you, she
Yeah.
looked a little
Yeah,
short.
the Playboy chick was very, very. But I mean, everyone's short. I'm short for Bayonetta, so.
It was the one that was from that E3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was really surprised, because I thought it was gonna be someone else or something like that, but it was actually the same one. I'm just like, oh, okay. So whatever.
Well, that's cool that they did that, though. I think that this game's actually, I'm noticing a lot of like big YouTubers that don't even usually cover Nintendo have gameplays of Bayonetta 2 going up.
Yeah.
Oh, and then especially like people over there were like picking up copies like crazy. There was like 2 on the shelf only. There was in the bottom, in the first floor, there was only 2 more. So it was crazy, man. Everybody like picked their copy up.
Did you get your game before you went there?
Yeah, I got my game before. I pre-ordered at let me see, Butt Stop. I'll just call him a quick name. But yeah, I pre-ordered there, and I just picked it up and went to the event.
Butt Stop.
All right, let's move this along here. I usually do this for like impressions videos. When we talk about a game, instead of like everyone giving a long review, I want you to sum up the Bayonetta 2, like the complete package so far for you in 5 words or less, and just some way to describe how you feel about it so far. So we'll start with Coupon.
Aw.
I'll drop that on you first.
Ladies first.
Very intimate experience. That's what I'm gonna say. Very intimate.
Games. What's your
Really good. Really colorful. Just a lot of.
That's over 5 words.
Man. All right.
It's a stone metal.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see this. Okay. A lot of bootay. How about that?
That works.
All right.
All right, Twilight.
Just way too much. too much of everything.
Too much, but in a good way.
Yes.
Okay,
never too much.
Rel, what do you got to sum up the game?
I would say that it's so damn sexy, man.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Red?
I can't stop climaxing.
I'm gonna say rapid eye movement, because there's just so much going on, and it's at 60 frames per second, especially the second game, that my eyes were hurting after like 5 straight hours. I can't play the rest of the day because I was like bugging out. So it's there's just a lot to take in. Like Twilight said, there's too much going on. So it's good though. I'm enjoying the game. So I guess people that have played Bayonetta 1 here on the Wii U version especially, I'm about 13 hours in on the first game. I started with that, and then I jumped to the second game just to get some impressions, some hands-on with it. And so let's just do a roll call here. Who's played the first one so far?
Yep.
Yep.
Just an
Wait, the
impression
second
of
one?
it.
No, the first.
The first one.
Yeah, I played the first.
Does it count? It counts, of course, if I played it a little bit on the 360, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played before on the horrible port.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
the port that shall not be named.
Yeah.
There's some people that are really blown away by it, but I'm struggling with the game on normal. I'm really finding it hard to get by without continuing constantly. I don't know. I'm playing on 2 difficulty on the second one, and it's definitely harder than that for being on normal. Just some things I've noticed is obviously the visuals aren't quite as nice. It's obviously a 10-year or a 4-year-old game. The camera system's a little bit crappy in this one. Boss battles when you're in some tight spaces where the camera's fixed, you just can't get it turned right, and so it just doesn't feel as good to control, I would say. Overall, though, it's still a strong game, and it's definitely. So I guess Rel, you're a little bit further, or you're about the same as me. I'm on chapter 6. I think you said you're on chapter 5.
Right.
How are you feeling about the first game compared to the second game, especially?
Well, we just played the demo, and the demo overall, the gameplay is way more polished than part 2 for me. To me though, the game still looks good to me, and man, some of the torture attacks, they kind of trip me out, man. And I'm like, okay, I don't know, Juice, if you can kind of figure which one I'm talking about, but you're like fighting like Angel that like turns herself into Bayonetta.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a torture attack that's kind of tripped me out, man.
Yeah. That torture attack, but not just that. That Angel. Yeah.
She got a lot going on up top.
Yeah, a lot going on.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah,
that's in the first game, or
no, this is
Yeah,
the
the first
one.
game is a trip, dude.
I don't.
Yeah.
Where the heck is that? Is that I must.
You're gonna get close to it. What chapter are you on?
I just finished chapter 5.
Chapter 5. You got a little bit. You got a little bit to go. You're almost there.
So
yeah, that part is just.
Overall, I like it, man. It's good. You can definitely tell that part 2 is a little bit more polished. That's why I was afraid to even put part 2 in. So I was like, I just wait. I just go through Bayonetta 1. I don't care if I get stoned or whatever. I'll come back to it, and then I'll go to Bayonetta 2.
Yeah, because trust me, that when I played it, I'm just like, because I played Bayonetta 2 before I went to the original. Yo, that thing is garbage. I'm sorry, that thing looks like garbage. That thing feels like garbage. The motions are garbage. Because it's like I don't know what they did. Because the thing is, of course this was a port, so of course it didn't run that kind of smoothly. It was still good.
Well,
But,
the port is I don't mean to cut you off,
Yeah,
but
it's
actually I do. The port, the port is actually one of the better ports that are on the Wii U, actually.
Yeah, there's a few slowdowns on some of the big double arm dragon.
Like the thing is, I can understand that because this is basically a port from the 360. They used the 360 one, so it wasn't fully optimized for the Wii U. So I kind of understand that, but it's like I can't go back to this where it's like this is basically okay. Think of it like Dark Souls, and then you go to Smash Brothers. Think of it, dark and gray, and then colorful.
I haven't played the old one in a minute, Juice, but I definitely Bayonetta 2 does feel like a different game. Now, we talked about the gameplay and the frames and everything like that for a minute, and it has vastly improved. But in terms of the aesthetics, everything's really consistent. I was happy about that from the first one to the second one.
Yeah.
The shock factor of the first one, I guess just because the first one was a little bit more pronounced to me, just because I remember seeing the first one and seeing like the angels and how they made the angels look grotesque and everything, everything seems a little bit more toned down in Bayonetta 2, from the sexuality to the not toned down in a bad way. It's very tastefully done in terms of designs and everything like that. They all still look great, but it just seems a little bit more toned down to me. The angels and everything like that, which I think is cool because it reflects the more polished nature of the game as a whole. And you can tell that with Bayonetta 2, they really knew what they were trying to get at with this game. You know, they were really trying to perfect on the formula that they created with the first one.
Yeah, the first thing they worked on was controls. Like that's the thing they
You can even tell from the demo. Like,
and you can tell that Platinum. You can tell that Platinum themselves as a company have matured. You know, but that Bayonetta 1 got that wonderful 101 camera going on. That's the one. You know, when I played Wonderful 101. You know, I was cool. I wasn't extra hype for 101 like a lot of people were. So I picked it up and I was like, yeah, this camera is gonna be an issue. And you know, Platinum Games from Mad World to the Bayonetta and all that stuff, like they always kind of struggle with the camera, and I'm glad that they came out of that with Bayonetta 2, because that's the one thing Platinum always used to jack me up with, man. It's like that camera, man. But yeah, Bayonetta 2 is a far cry from 1.
They fixed it because I didn't have.
I really do have a theory. I think Kamiya sucks at cameras then.
He might.
Because he didn't direct Bayonetta 2. I haven't played the first game, so.
I mean, it's not terrible, but there's a couple instances where.
I mean, I'm gonna play right after I beat part 2.
That's you're probably. I mean, I don't know if that's probably gonna be the best way because you're gonna feel disappointed. I think.
I think so too.
You probably should.
I stopped after like beating the first chapter. I stopped.
In the entrance of Bayonetta 1, I would not recommend playing 2 before 1. If you really are about.
I'm on chapter 12. There's no going back.
There is no going back at all.
It's been done.
So you'll just have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Deal with the archaic feeling.
Yeah, you're too far, man. This is
I got used to it though. I mean, it took me a few chapters. The dodge is a little bit less forgiving. You have to.
Yeah.
There's a smaller window to dodge.
It's like Castlevania 1 versus Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, kind of sort of. That's what I get. It's
I would say the overall game structure is the same though. The opening's the same in both games, and you have the prologue. It's very similar. Follows a very similar path. They stayed pretty close to the formula for the second game, but they just refined everything. So, and there's one thing that the first one, I'd say the worst thing it does is there's a save feature that you have to manually save. And what I did was I finished chapter 5. And I was like, all right, I got my health. I upgraded a few times. I'm going to go back and play the prologue and try to get a platinum. And then I did that, and I was like, I'm going to play chapter 1, try to get a gold or better. And I was stuck on those Elthiums or whatever, those little challenge portals. And it was just ridiculous. And I hit return to title instead of return to chapter menu.
Oh, man.
And all of a sudden, my health meter's way shorter, and I didn't have the Panther anymore. It didn't save my...
Everything you did was gone?
It saved it up to the end of chapter 4, so I had to redo 5. And it was heartbreaking, but...
it is heartbreaking. My body hurts for you.
When you get done with a chapter, you have to hit the save, and you have to overwrite, or there's like a bunch of save files. Otherwise, you could end up doing what I did. The new game, 2, has an automatic save feature that it just works great, so... that's one thing to keep aware of. Don't do what I did. But okay, that's enough to talk about the real game. It's, the second game we've already talked about it. It's improved. Controls are better. Camera's better. It just seems like the game loads quickly. It just seems suited for the Wii U in every way. The visuals are better. I think the frame rate's way more solid.
Oh my God! Yes.
And the angel designs themselves are spectacular, in my opinion. So let's get everyone's thoughts. We'll go in order. I haven't heard Coupon speak in a while, so why don't you just go over your overall thoughts about the controls and everything so far?
Well, the controls are buttery smooth. I mean, despite my horrible ability to get good combos, controls are awesome. They're off the chain. I have no problems with them. colors pop. It's just so bright, and it just makes me want to play longer, just to see all the beautiful scenery around there. The angels freak me out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. They're kind of freaky, but I guess that's what makes it really has a charm to the game, to just see these freaky angels, and you're just like, wait, angels are supposed to be, benevolent creatures, and these
Beautiful.
things are not
Yeah.
very benevolent looking.
I don't
But
know. I think they're very creative and well
yeah,
designed.
I like the
Mhm.
designs of them. It's a different take on what we perceive an angel to be.
Mhm.
So I thought that was pretty awesome that they would like scare you, cause yeah, higher source, higher being. But overall, I mean, I'm only up to chapter 2 right now in it. So yeah, so I don't have a broad spectrum of the game as a whole, but it's definitely, I'm just enjoying it so much. Like, it's just me and Bayonetta, and it's just so much fun. And I haven't had this much fun with a game in quite some time, so I'm really
Me and
enjoying
Bayonetta.
myself.
Yeah, that's
Girl
That's an
on girl
excellent
action,
phrase.
yes.
good to hear.
Got that girl on girl action going, me and her.
You said the perfect word, fun, and
It
that's what
is
a lot of
Mhm.
these mature games don't capture is fun. Like,
fun.
as much as I liked The Last of Us, it wasn't exactly a fun game to play. It was very it was, I don't
It's a
know the
very
word.
intense game.
Yeah,
It seemed frustrating to a lot of people. I just watched gameplay of it. I
but
just
but to
decided.
hear that a mature game can be fun, that's just
Yeah.
it's really refreshing. So Twilight, why don't you go next? Give your thoughts on 2 so far.
My thoughts. I love the controls and how it's basically, Platinum Games. They're kind of a one-trick pony, but not really. Let me not say that. But the gameplay tends to be very similar. And
Hmm.
so, you got your Mad World, Wonderful 101, Metal Gear Solid, Revengeance. All those games kind of have a similar movement and direction to them. And so I love just the platinum influence, basically, is what I call it. You know, so that alone is great to me. I like how Bayonetta can have those weapons on her arms and her legs, and it changes how she fights and everything like that. It's beautiful to me. My favorite part of the game overall, though, next to Bayonetta herself, are the angels, really. Because as you know, I came up Catholic, and so I came up researching like the Vatican and kind of the old artwork and statuesque figures and stuff in those old church pictures and the architecture and stuff. And so for them to turn that into such a grotesque thing, and then when you start beating them down, right, and you're killing them, and like little pieces are falling off and everything, you see that it's really, really ugly and nasty and perverse up under. Like that really just like touches me for some reason. It's I know that sounds weird, but it gets to
Bayonetta
me like
touches you.
it gets to me emotionally. Like at one point, Bayonetta says, "I'd never give anything to a man who chases after little boys," or something like that, because
Mhm.
she was talking to like the main evil guy who's supposed to be angelic, right?
Hmm.
He's basically like God, and she's calling out like it's a commentary on the church and how there's a lot of dirty shit going on under the surface of you know these beautiful golden statuesque figures.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you take pieces off, and it's like shit gets ugly and ugly and ugly. It's already kind of creepy and disturbing, but as you beat them down, you start to see what's underneath, and I love that. And so you have the demons who are, the underworld infernals as they call them, who are actually just straight up ugly and monstrous, and
Hmm.
it don't get much worse. But they start blurring the line, and so I like that. You know what I'm saying? The angels and the demons don't really seem that much different by the end of the game. You know, and so that I just love that whole part of it. That's my favorite part of the whole game, that commentary that they have. And
Do
then
you
of
have
course
a?
Bayonetta. Say that again.
I was gonna say, do you have a favorite angel creature design?
My favorite angel, and I've already destroyed him and killed him and put him in the grave, well, sent him to hell, was the angel who surfed on his face. Like he was basically surfing on his face, and his face had like razors and shit, and he had that big ass sword. I don't know if y'all know who I'm
I
talking
haven't
about.
seen that one. I like the one with the face in the sword, where his actual face is part of the sword.
I know who you talking about.
Yeah,
But
that
there
guy's
was
cool.
I think that was
No,
acceptance.
I know. It's like the
Games
shield
knows
looks
who I'm
like
talking
a
about.
yeah. It looks like the
Yeah,
sun.
his shield had his face
Yeah.
on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Oh.
my favorite one. And then of course the big double head dragon one. He was
Yeah.
cool too.
There's a lot of like these angel creatures that just are like beheaded, and they're
Mm-hmm.
mostly like their faces are either on like their stomachs or
Or
on
their
their
weapons.
weapons. You know, it's really kind of like what the frick is
Exactly.
going on here?
And my other
But
favorite ones are the ones with the clubs for hands. The ones that had the big old clubs on their hands and shit.
there you go.
That yeah, I like those. And then
My
the
favorite,
calamari ones, the squid ones.
my favorite has to be that big, huge freaking dragon.
Hmm.
Not only just because of his design, but because of the music that plays whenever that thing shows up.
The
I'm sorry.
seraphim, I think that's what they
Seraphim.
call it.
Dude, that
Hmm.
freaking music is beautiful with that. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh shoot, something serious about to go down. Like, you know,
And then you start to see, yeah. But then you start to see Bayonetta herself too. And I'm gonna end with this my part because I'm going on. Bayonetta, you start to see her as a human being. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. So.
Oh, that's cool.
And she fine as hell, man. Golly. I've never enjoyed a walk or a run animation that much in my
I
life.
know, right?
You equip the swords just on purpose so she hunts
I'm
over.
so busy trying to emulate it, get my little heels on.
I know.
hold Y. Man, all you gotta do is hold Y and just
I know.
look at her like walk so sassy. It's like,
All right. Next we'll go to Red. Now, Luda, what costume do you think? Have you? I'm guessing you've unlocked a lot of the costumes. What costume's been your favorite so far, and what's your overall thoughts on the game? What you can build upon what other people have said, or you can repeat whatever. Red.
Oh, you asked me?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So, I guess I'll start with Tag Climax because right now that's been like the greatest thing about the whole package. And
I
not
haven't even
because I like
started that.
playing online, because I like that it's connected to the single player. So I'll go from enjoying the single player and play like a chapter, then I'll go play, I don't know, 5 or 8 rounds of Tag Climax, and come back and have like crazy amounts of money. Like I've had every move for I don't know for like 3 chapters already.
Oh, okay. So you get money from Tag Climax.
yeah,
That
you
can
do.
use
You
in
playing with the CPU or with the other people?
You can play with
with
CPU.
people. I've played with people on my phone.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and it has a cool invite system, and it pops up an on-screen notification, and you can
Yeah.
accept and
Oh,
join.
Just to say,
cool.
just to say, I want to know this because I usually invite people. Are you during the story whenever I invite you?
Most
saying, like-
likely, no.
Yeah, it will. If you're someone's in the story. You did that Friday night games. I think you invited me.
Oh,
and,
you were in the story.
Yeah,
I
and
invited
it
you.
does pop up, and I hit the
Oh, it
plus.
hasn't popped up for me yet. That's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't
I
gotten
guess
that.
no one invited because the thing is, only your friends can do that, where
Mhm.
they can go and look for you like that if they're on your friends list.
Is that when they have a heart near their name, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
know those are your friends. I thought the heart meant that they were in Tag Climax.
no.
No,
I
you
know.
can invite them from anywhere. So what I did was
You ever cared to invite me? I feel bad.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I
get some
haven't been
costumes.
invited either.
Well, I'm trying to get some costumes unlocked before I play anymore. Just
Man, because the thing is, I beat the game on Saturday, so I was done with all of it. So, like, I mostly got all the costumes. I mostly got all the characters for. I just need one more character for Attack Climax, because I already got Rodin and the Lumen Sage. So, the costumes. Oh God, man, you're gonna need. Let's say a good 1,500,000 because each one of them costs 1,000.
100,000.
100,000 each.
100,000.
Yeah.
So far I got all of them. I refuse to buy the peach one.
We'll get back to the costumes. But Red, you were talking about the tag climax.
Oh,
there.
yeah. Yeah, that mode's been fantastic. And it's crazy that a lot of y'all haven't actually, I guess, put that much time into it, right?
Nah, I haven't. I just got it last night.
And
So,
Yeah.
you there, Red? Oh, we lost him.
Feel like Red dropped out.
His image is showing up still, but I can't hear him anymore. So, Red, if you can hear us, we can't hear you. So let's go to... Rel, you didn't play Tag Climax yet, did you? You didn't put
No,
the second game in.
no, I'm not putting it in, dude.
Okay.
Hey, before y'all get started on that, I'm about to drop out for a quick second on mute, and I'll be
Okay.
back shortly.
That's cool. All right, games. You were talking about costumes and stuff. You've unlocked them all, so you're the right guy to ask. What, in your opinion, are the best, like the top 3 costumes for Bayonetta?
Costumes. Oh shoot, man. The thing is, I would go mostly with the Star Fox outfit. Freaking love that outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I like the Umbran Eva. It's like the Chinese outfit. Freaking love that. It's just so good. Looks so good in it. And then my third one would have to be. Now this one's a tricky one, but I'm gonna go with the Link outfit because every time I see her with the Link outfit, oh my God, I'm just like, geez, man, I'm sorry, Link, don't wear it again. Just don't wear it again. Just wear something else. Wear your pajamas, okay, for the whole venture. Just because I just love with the short hair. I just love that she just looks better in that outfit than Link himself. Like it's just that much. That's how much I love that outfit.
All right, we hear you.
And there's many outfits though.
What about there's a schoolgirl, there's
Yeah.
a police one. I didn't get to see any of those
There's
yet.
also you can play. There's a costumes with the original Bayonetta with her original costume.
Oh yeah.
And,
Long hair and everything?
Yeah, long hair and everything. And the thing is, by doing that, you can also unlock weapons. I noticed because samurai sword until I got the thing is I never got it until I got the original outfit because when I got that I'm just like, why is the samurai sword finally there? I didn't even buy it. So it basically weapons will come with the outfits. It's just mostly with you got to pick the ones that were basically in the old one. So there's also the nun one. There's also the one when she was the 500 years ago. That one basically the prologue outfit. And let me see.
That white dress, I think.
Exactly. The shopping one. The metal one is. Blah! I'm sorry. The thing is, what happens is she bald, okay, and everything's just metal, except and it's just disgusting. I'm sorry, but everything else is nice. I like it, and there's this one costume I'm trying to get though, for the Rakshas, and that's the one where she has like kind of an Indian outfit, where it's like that kind of thing that's over the mouth. I forgot what that thing's called, but she it's basically a costume with those weapons that you have to have, but I don't know how to get that yet. I'm gonna try to keep doing it as much as I can, but there's an outfit that you basically need weapons for, so. Yeah, I mean the costumes, everything are nice, and I'm still trying to get that chain chomp. I'm trying to find out how to get that, and it's wonderful. The costumes also, you wear the Link one, you get your currency is rupees. Of course, the Star Fox one we all know, and also of course with the Link one you get the sound effects basically whenever you open up a chest.
And the Master Sword when you have the
samurai sword.
Yeah.
So cool. It's really cool. I like that they really put soul into these costumes. They didn't just like make it where she's wearing them. They actually put soul into them.
Yeah, it changes things up and make it just like the Star Fox. You have the R wings in the opening prologue instead of the jet.
I know that video you shared where this guy made it where it was actually like Star Fox.
Yeah, he took the Star Fox.
Yeah.
Like Peppy and Falcon.
That was really awesome. I was just like,
that's crazy.
I liked it when Falco said like, "Freaking, what the is that?"
Where is the Star Fox Easter egg?
It's at the final chapter. You got to be wearing the Star Fox outfit.
All right, well I'm gonna be unlocking that.
Up to that, cool.
Yeah, but it looks amazing.
Yeah, and it's like even in the prologue, you're wearing the Star Fox outfit. John basically comes in with the R-wing. And shoots at the angel that you're fighting.
And she has a fox, like a red version.
Yeah.
So that's. Yeah. I mean,
It's
and
really cool.
Can we refrain from putting out too many spoilers since I haven't?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I don't want to know the story. Can we not
Yeah,
talk
I
about
don't
the story too
No,
much?
it's
Yeah,
it's
one
not
thing
the
weren't
story.
really spoilers.
It's not the
Though.
story. Don't worry. I was just talking about the prologue there. Don't worry about it. But
But yeah, the costumes are great, and I think in any other publisher's hands, those would have been paid DLC probably.
Absolutely, the costumes alone would have been paid DLC.
Because
Today's
when I was looking at getting Hyrule Warriors Season Pass, and then Bayonetta video came out with all those costumes, and I'm like, I messaged a group chat that I with the guys I normally do my podcast with, and I'm like, see, this is how you do extra content. This is how you fill a game without charging extra. Like you give all these costumes. So Red, before you cut out, you remember what you were talking about?
Well, I know you asked me how I felt about it. Let me just say, this game is. I know everybody's been saying it. Oh, it's so smooth. The game is really smooth. That's why when I was
Yeah.
listening to y'all talk about the first game, I said, "Oh man, I don't want to really not feel the smoothness that I'm feeling right now." It's like playing, I don't know, Mario Galaxy, and then playing any other 3D platformer.
Yeah, going back to
hmm
64 or
It
something.
just feels like this is a really lesser product, and that's all you think about the whole time.
But it was free, so you can't really complain.
Yeah, I'm
No, you can't
looking
at all.
forward to playing it. I'm expecting it to be, you got to understand, it came out on the PlayStation and the Xbox, so those games are always fighting about one being better for one system than the other. It wasn't like they were making a game that
Mhm.
will run well on both. So
Yeah, and you can tell. Like,
optimization basically is going to be a problem with games that are multi-console.
hmm
And when you make a game exclusively, you get to actually
Feel
not
that
worry about,
exclusivity.
how does this run on PlayStation, Xbox, or if it was coming out also on the Wii or the Wii U. It's a
Yeah,
whole.
you'll notice if you play when you play the first one, it's very like I think Coupon said. There's not much going for color. It's
no.
pretty dim.
I
But I
see some
will.
mirrors
It
pictures. And I
seems
was
like
saying,
they
why does it look so like death? Like so, I don't
well,
know.
they did give it a little extra color from the Xbox PlayStation version, but I mean it's muted compared to part 2. I mean, night and day.
Yeah, it's just
So
it's just so like when I was playing the first one, I'm just like I got a headache actually because of the fact it was just so dull and gray and it just looked so boring.
That's
It
what makes it
was
look real, though.
it's just
but
like man.
Bayonetta just is the type of game that really shouldn't have that real look to it, in my opinion. It
No.
should be vibrant and colorful because you're dealing with angelic creatures and things, and they should look like something godlike. So you're like,
Yeah.
whoa. And so with the colors, yeah, it definitely makes a difference from the first one to the second one.
I
So
love the
yeah,
colors on the
I
demons,
love it.
especially like the pain one, and he's got like the
Yeah, like
gears
Oh my
turning
god.
and everything like that. Like he's my favorite demon for sure.
I love fighting him. He's my
Mhm.
favorite one. I always get pure platinum on him.
is that in part 2?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
part 2.
okay. I haven't gotten to
But
it
I
yet.
will say, to give it a little bit, cut it some slack. It's a lot of it's at night because the moon's. They
Mm-hmm.
use the moon a lot in the first game to like that when the moon's like visible, then you could walk on walls and stuff and
Yeah.
gameplay. So it's not going to be super bright. There's no sunshine or anything. So in that regard, can cut them some slack. But I will say, Red, I mean, you were still talking, but the character design, I actually like the first one better as far as the standard costume. I think that's just a really cool costume design, and the
Mhm.
second one just doesn't do it for me. But um,
I like the first costume. I just don't like her hair. I
I
like
like
her
it
hair.
all.
I like her short hair now.
I like the short hair too better.
The thing is
Really? I like the long.
Yeah, her short hair. She looks
Yeah.
a lot more sexier.
because
Like it just
I'm
fits.
I
sorry.
agree.
Like I'm sorry, but that hair that she had looked like she had a huge bump on her face, and she looked like Sarah Palin to the max. So I'm glad they cut her hair because I love her with the short hair. That's why I
She
said
looked like Sarah Palin with short hair. She always did look
no.
like Sarah Palin.
So Twilight, do you like
I
the long or
don't
short hair?
I like the short hair, but I'm just biased because I like short hair on
So
everybody.
I'm the only one that likes the long hair. Okay, that's cool.
I
Oh,
wouldn't.
He likes short hair
I
on
wouldn't.
everybody except himself. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I wouldn't turn her away with the long hair though. I'm not saying all that.
I mean, you know, I
Well,
just,
Juice, you like to be different, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you
I'm
go.
surprised they didn't have a pigtails costume.
Oh,
Everything this game
Oh
is
my
we got ready
goodness.
for that.
So from what I'm just the tone in everyone's voice, everyone seems to be very excited and enjoying this game a lot. So I'm gonna pose this question. First of all, do you feel this game was hyped up enough? Do you feel it was hyped up, and do you think it lived up to the hype in their head? We'll go to Rel since you didn't really play the second one, but how do you feel about the game? Do you think it's living up to the hype from what you've played so far?
Well, I mean, like in terms of the reviews and stuff, yeah. I mean, I only played the first one, so it's kind of really hard to say. But like, based from the demo that I played, the second version, it's better than the first version, and I'm enjoying the first version. So it's seeming pretty good. I think the game deserved a little bit more hype though, because I mean,
Yeah,
you know, definitely deserved more hype. I mean, just from the first one, dude, the experiences. I mean, like you said, you know, the colors are kind of dull. I still think the visuals look pretty good. The gameplay is not as polished, but you know, from what I'm playing right now, you know, I like it a lot, man, and I think it deserved a lot more hype.
Yeah, I think people are jumping on the train now that with the reviews that came out. I think there's a lot of I see non-Nintendo fans, YouTubers who are giving away a copy of the game.
Mm.
You know, the same people that said we didn't have a right to be excited for this game because we didn't play the first one.
Right.
Now they're
same
giving,
people, huh?
But we
Same
got it, though.
person.
But we
now
got
they're
it, though.
giving away copies because they're trying to get traffic on their channel. You know, and it's,
I'm telling you, because the
Yeah.
thing is, these people, I've seen a lot of people on Twitch too, these people that you would have never thought that they would ever play this game at all, or at least ever play on, you know, a Nintendo console, and yet all of a sudden these guys are just like, oh my god, this game's awesome, this game's awesome, this game's amazing, you know? Because the thing is, when you don't at least look at it for what it is, and also at least try to see and try it out, of course you're not going to know the greatness of it, you know?
Yeah, they added
So-
some sugar to combat the soul.
Exactly, exactly. So now you got these people that went out and actually got Wii U's, came back and bought this game, and now they're enjoying the frick out of the game. So it's like, you know, it's just, you have to not just look at what other people say, you must go for it yourself.
Well,
if you really truly want.
Bayonetta 2 is one of the games that'll be a gateway drug to Nintendo for most people.
This video was brought to you
Oh,
by
God.
Dollars.
Most people, yeah.
exposed.
Anyway, whatever. Anyway, most people just don't want to play Nintendo because they want to stick to this notion that Nintendo is kiddie, and so they have a game that they can feel that they won't be really ashamed of playing for whatever reason, and so you know, Bayonetta is going to be that, and so hopefully, you know, it's a good bridge because Nintendo players, we like to play those intense, fast, pick up and play fantastical games that don't really care about reality too much, right? And so it's a mix between what we like and what the hardcore, mature, go-through gamers like. And so they'll play both of those. We'll both play the game and enjoy it. Now, this game also, for me, you know, in my opinion, is not for everybody though. It's really not.
It is.
It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for those who like The Last of Us or first-person shooters primarily. It's not for you. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a fighting game than it is a hack and slash. You know, it's if you like God of War even, it's really not. It's still not for you. You know, God of War is on the right track. You know what I'm saying? If you like that kind of game, but it's on a whole another plane, man.
Yeah.
So you know, but I like that. I personally feel like to keep on with this with the topic. I personally think that, like ASAP said, it didn't get enough hype. You know, and I'm glad that it's getting what it deserves now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? It sucks that some of these fake Bayonetta fans all of a sudden, like I wasn't a Bayonetta fan. I played the demo, thought it was great, and then I bought the game. You know, so. But you got these guys who are known Nintendo haters now promoting the game, and I guess it only helped the sales of Bayonetta. So I guess it's not terrible, but it is kind of funny. So
It kind of
Well,
bothers me though.
it reveals something about people who are impressionable. It shows that people are really just more impressionable than they are. They don't have really any integrity. They just what's hot right now.
Exactly.
Hating on Nintendo. Let me hate on Nintendo. If that's not hot, then let me find something else to do. Let me give Nintendo kudos because that's what the reviewers on GameSpot are doing right now. That's how they are. It is what it is.
But I'm gonna Red Knight. I'm gonna ask you a question. You didn't play the first game, but so far playing the second game, do you feel like Nintendo had any influence in this game? Do you think maybe they had something to do with the game getting such good improvements to the camera and the controls? Does it feel like a Nintendo game to you in any way?
Well, yeah, the frame rate and it feeling smooth, that instantly reminds you of that Nintendo, quality. But just hearing from what you guys were saying about part 1 and part 2 and how you guys said the tone of part 2, it seems, I don't know, maybe less sexy.
I wouldn't say that.
No, a little toned down in terms of the freakishness of some of the enemies and Bayonetta's raunchiness. She's not quite as raunchy, I feel. But like I said, that could have been the shock value of the first one, just getting to me back in the day. They probably wanted it
to stop being, something that's looked at almost like a grindhouse movie would, where it's always looked at it could be fun or it could be even entertaining, but it'll never be nominated for an Oscar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they probably decided to go for that. I don't know. I guess give it an identity, a new identity. This second chance.
Yeah.
Because I guess if it didn't work the first time, because sadly it didn't, and Nintendo had to come in and save it, they could try maybe something different, and it's keep what was good, and then scrap whatever was bad. If back then everything was dark and gritty, they added a lot more color. Because even hell is beautifully colored.
Yeah.
It's red and it's nice.
I'm just gonna say this. It's just I'm glad Nintendo picked up this game, man. I'm just glad.
Yeah, out of all of them, I'm glad they did.
I'm really glad for the fact of this game is just showing what a game is supposed to be. Fun. So, you see all these games trying to be realistic. You see all these things of, people showing off pores and all this stuff.
Hair on the arm.
But the thing is, this is what a game is. It's supposed to be fantasy. It's supposed to be something that you can't do in real life. I can't go out right now and shoot aliens from the skies or something. I can't do that. I can do that in a game, though. So that's what I'm liking about this game, because I'm not a wizard, or I'm not a freaking sage or something like that, and can go out and fight angels and demons or something like that. I can't do that, because that's not real.
I can join the army though.
Well, yeah, you
I'm in the freaking military already, so I'm living the reality.
I'm honestly glad that Nintendo is picking this game up, along with another game that they also picked up, which is Double Third. I'm glad that they're picking up these types of games because, and the thing is, I noticed that when Nintendo picks up these games, they're actually better than they used to be. Because I could definitely say Bayonetta 2 is way better than the first one. Way better.
And it's better even if it would have have been put on multiple consoles. It's better even than if that had happened. You know what I'm saying? Because the game wouldn't have got the same kind of support, love, and affection. It just wouldn't have.
Or
and
polish.
we know this. Or polish, exactly.
And did anyone notice neither game disc there was any kind of day one update?
Yep, there was not even
put
one.
It in and it booted up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's.
I thought about that too briefly. Yeah. Until I started playing the game.
You're right. I thought there was gonna be some major installation or anything. I was just like, what?
Nothing.
Hey, nothing happened. It's just
if any
Bayonetta play.
Any Nintendo hater or anybody happens to be listening at this point in the video, you've probably never experienced a game where you put the disc in and you just played.
Since
honestly,
the N64 era.
A demo for to our systems. It was smooth sailing from there.
They probably haven't experienced it since the freaking PS2 era.
I just like how it just seems like to me Nintendo let them take their time on the game. You know what I mean? That's what I like. I love that, man.
Yeah, they didn't.
Well, they sure did. It took 2 years. Shit.
Yeah.
And it seemed like the
2 years.
developers. It seemed like
Over
the
2
developers
years.
had fun making this game too. That's the
Oh,
overall
yeah.
thing that appeals to me. When developers have fun making their games that they're making, it shows the love and the affection they have for that creation. So you'll know you get a quality game if they're enjoying their game that they're making.
Exactly.
It kind
I
of makes
really
me
love
wonder
that.
if any other company would have scooped up this game, would they have given them the time to,
Right.
I don't.
you know what I mean? They
honestly
probably would have
think
been like,
no.
nah, you need to hurry and put this out right now. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I honestly think no. They would
They
have
would've
never
rushed
gave
them.
them. Yeah, they would have rushed them. They would have put major DLC. Right now, we would have seen costumes probably for for example, like a freaking
Day one costumes.
N7 costume from Mass Effect. Like let's say $99. Freaking, I'm telling you, man. People, that's how they
Nickel
are.
and diamond.
Oh, Kratos and Master Chief would have definitely been playable,
Oh,
depending
yeah.
on what console they would have been on.
Oh yeah. But you know, I'm really
Which is
glad.
fine.
I'm really
But that'd
glad.
have been
at least that
$12
this-
each.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna ask 2 questions. Red Knight, you said you got to leave at 9
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
So Grayson Young asked 2 questions. I'm gonna put them both to you. What difficulty are you playing on, and what's your favorite costume?
The normal difficulty is the second one, the one that started right in the middle.
Yep, second climax.
Yeah, so that's what I'm playing on. And favorite costume? Do y'all even have to ask? Samus Aran.
Mhm.
I did not expect Samus to ever look sexy in her suit. Like this game.
Yep.
I didn't think that was possible.
It's not Samus, it's Bayonetta, though.
I know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, and you can
I'm
shoot
gonna have to-
the actual arm cannon.
hmm
Morph Ball drops bombs, and you can do a screw attack. And
Yeah,
all the
I'm gonna-
sounds sound like they come from Super Metroid.
that's
Yeah,
definitely the next costume I'm purchasing.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna
Not
actually have
other
to.
M, might I add.
I'm actually gonna have to back down that Samus Alpha Man. It would have looked better if she was in Zero Suit. Honestly.
That's true, but
Yeah, I would have took it. I would have.
That would have been too predictable, though.
Yeah.
In
but
fact,
I mean-
it's most likely coming.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
there's got to be an Easter egg. There's got to be. So Red, you gonna jump out here, or
Yeah, I mean, I had 5 minutes.
you got 5 minutes? All right, and I'm gonna pose this comment to Mr. Twilight. I think Tessa. She said, "You made me listen to Rich for half a second. How dare you?"
Oh. I mean, he just came up on the feed, man. I couldn't even control it. He just came up on the playlist.
When he's pretending to be a big Nintendo fan, his videos are somewhat tolerable. But
No, he sucks. Anyway,
um,
and this is that. Those views do not reflect the views of the Juices Loose podcast. They're just my views, my honest views. Okay.
I don't really call out people usually, so I mean, he's
Exactly.
not terrible.
That's why.
He's
That's
not
why I'm
terrible,
saying.
he just caters to too many groups at the same time. So, let's see.
Moving on.
Tony Turan, what was your first experience playing Tag Climax? I can give my first experience. I was on the first chapter just to try to see if I could unlock some costumes, and then I seen a little on-screen notification from Games Rosa asking if I wanted to play Tag Climax. I think you hit the plus button, and then it lets you accept it, and I did that, and we played probably only like 15-20 minutes. It wasn't. I had nothing unlocked, so I had to be Bayonetta with all standard weapon, and I thought it was cool. It'd been nice to have voice chat in the lobby, and so you guys could maybe say, "Hey, let's pick this mode."
Ding, ding, ding. See, I'm happy I was here for that.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to say, "Hey."
Still no voice chat.
I'll honestly say that. Voice chat is needed for this mode, especially for people who really don't go on Skype and Google Plus like this.
Mhm.
So I honestly think they messed up on that part, not putting voice chat.
Because
I hope they pull a Mewtwo. I hope they pull a Mewtwo with this voice chat thing where they just do party chat. I need them to just make the party chat thing happen. That would
Party
solve
chat is on the
every
way.
game.
Every issue known to man will be solved.
Come on,
Every
Nintendo.
single issue.
And
Come on, Nintendo, get on board with it.
I could play Wonderful 101 with my friends online while they playing something else. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't matter at that point. No one would be crying
Nope.
anymore.
Yeah,
Just
that's
shut 'em
about the last thing they could do, and then if anyone bitches after that, then
Yeah.
All right, people, I'm gonna exit now.
Okay, man.
All right, brother.
Can I ask one question to everybody? Did any of y'all watch that Captain Toad Game Explained video? It's about 40 minutes.
Nah.
I didn't want to
Yeah,
spoil it for myself.
I did.
It's amazing. Before anybody talks Game of the Year, we gotta let Captain Toad come out. And I mean, after I saw that, I was like, wow.
I feel you, bro.
I haven't seen it. I didn't even see that pop up.
I just don't want to spoil it.
You know what?
for
Don't
myself.
just buy the game when it comes out.
I
and you're
have the
gonna be
game
like,
on
wow.
pre-order already. I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for
All
that.
right, I'm out of here.
All right, man. Thanks
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. We'll catch you later.
And Rel, it ain't over. It is not over.
Mario Kart?
Yep, Mario Kart.
All right,
I'll
And
just
Juice,
play until I get
Juice,
on.
I have to say, you
Hold on,
beat
tonight?
me in the tournament. You should have
Tonight,
gloated.
bro?
You should have gloated.
Yeah, I forgot.
No,
I forgot I finished 1 point ahead of you because I jumped back in after I finished and I raced one extra race and it didn't count for my points, but Red got like 8th or 9th and he needed one. If he would have got one more position, you would have beat me. So,
man,
All right,
just wait
I'm
until I
out of
get
here.
all right, man.
All right, Red.
All right, so we got just a few more questions. Not all of them are related to Bayonetta, so I don't know. And Tony Coran, I don't know, is Hashimoto? Does anybody know who that is? I think does he mean is that the Platinum Games person? I think maybe.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I think Tony's got the wrong person. I think he might be talking about Kamiya, but I'm not sure. He says, "Do you think Nintendo should team up for the next episode of Bayonetta for Nintendo system? Like, let's just say Bayonetta 3. Do you guys think that they should do that? I mean,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd say, yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's a good segue to what I wanted to talk about, though.
Yeah, that's good.
Can we talk about that
Yeah,
that thing I was telling you about earlier?
Yep, 'cause
Look, man.
I'm out of topics, so.
Look, man. So I know a lot of you clowns watching. Some of the people in the podcast today probably haven't played Kid Icarus Uprising on the 3DS.
I'm
If
working
you
on
have
it.
not played Kid Icarus Uprising, I'm sorry I called you a clown, but that's you got to be crazy.
I have it. I'm working on it.
Okay, good. Anyway, Sakurai, when he wants to do a game that has a story and like set pieces, he is the Nintendo inborn version, homegrown version of Platinum Games. If you've seen the action that goes on, like for instance, there's the part in Bayonetta where the angel and the demon punch each other in the fist, right? The two little giant angel things.
Mm-hmm.
That basically happens in Kid Icarus in a very similar way, where Hades and Medusa fight each other, and it's very similar, and they just have a very similar aesthetic to the games and how fast and furious their games move. You know what I'm saying? Sakurai is less heavy on quick time events and stuff, but it's it's very similar, man. And so I think for like if Kid Icarus ever sees the light of day outside of the 3DS, Platinum Games need to direct the next Kid Icarus game for sure. Like if they decide to go after fucking Kid Icarus on the console, Platinum Games needs to do it. Oh my god! Like I'm playing Bayonetta, I'm just like these belong together.
Mm-hmm.
These companies belong together. So yeah, I'm sorry. I went on a tangent.
Nintendo's video today where
They
he.
need to marry Nintendo and Platinum Games.
Yeah.
They need to.
Did everyone see Strictly Nintendo? He basically pleaded for the same
Yep.
thing to happen.
Yep.
Like, I want to give
That's
a
what he
shout.
said.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
tweeted it. I tweeted that to Nintendo and Platinum Games as soon as I saw it. I was like, skip it. I'm on it.
that dude.
I think Sakurai in particular, though, to me, just both of them have a really good eye for replay value and action.
Mhm. Yeah, and
Team Sora and Platinum Games.
Mhm.
that would be an epic collaboration, wouldn't it?
Oh my god, dude!
There'd be
They
so
should do a
much-
fighting game.
You'd never get through the game. You'd never unlock it.
No.
I just want to give a shout out to Strictly Nintendo too. For those of you, if anyone here has not, like anyone listening on the replay or whatever, if you haven't subscribed to that dude, he is a passionate gamer, mostly a Nintendo fan, and he's not what you would if you just looked at him and you just saw a picture of him, you would not guess like the quality of his videos and like, how
It's true.
the dude is he's just a great speaker. He puts good effort, like good quality into his videos, and he's got a lot of good things to say. Obviously, he's a Nintendo fan first, but he's just a gamer too. So I think that's a good foundation for anybody if they're going to do YouTube things. If you're just a gamer and you don't you're not a console fan, you're a gamer fan, and this dude's really cool. And he went from like 50 subs to 800 subs in less than a month. So obviously a lot of people probably agree with me. So I just want to give him a shout out. That's cool. And Twilight should watch that video as soon as we end this.
Yeah, man.
It was really he was really passionate.
I saw it. It's called Platendo.
Yeah.
It's called Platendo. I watched it.
Okay.
Serious.
Yeah.
And strictly, if you ever watch this, man, come with me in Tag Climax, man. Trust me. Come with me in Tag Climax.
Yeah, he's not an active. I never see him comment on anybody's
Yeah.
videos. So I think he just makes his videos and plays games. And that's I respect.
He's an entity.
Mhm. I respect that. I'm gonna address something, you guys. I had my Bayonetta 2 giveaway, and Friday I sent out a copy to Tessa, the winner of my giveaway, and she lives only 4.5 hours. I live in Michigan. She lives in Ohio, or no, not Ohio, Indiana. And she asked me a question because I shipped out her box. She asked me why did I use so much tape, and I'm gonna answer that because I didn't want. I've seen how UPS handles packages because that's what I do, shipping and receiving. So I did not want that box to break open. So
That's just a question, though.
yeah.
Did they knock on your door when you were taking a dog? Just saying. Just saying, because they love to do that. Just saying.
She lives
And then
out
run away.
Yeah, and then they run away. They're just like, oh, no one's here.
So I'm glad she got the game. She didn't reply on Skype, or I didn't see her reply asking if she got it. So she must have got it. So that's cool. I'm glad. Congratulations again, and hope you enjoy the game. She does this comment. I don't understand if you mistyped something, Tessa. It says you guys do realize you're now shippers, right? I don't know what that means.
Shipper.
Ship.
That, yeah, that means like shipping, characters and people.
Couples.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't.
You don't get it? You don't get.
No.
All right. I'll explain it after.
Okay.
Over my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get that one too, a while back.
All right, this is a good question I'm gonna ask Coop on this. What are your reactions to Nintendo and Playboy teaming up to promote Bayonetta 2? And what do you
Can't
think
believe we
of
haven't talked about this.
Pamela Horton cosplaying as the famed Umber Witch?
Oh my god, that was freaking awesome. This is perfect. I think it was a good move on Nintendo's part to let people know, look, we're not just kitty. We can run with the big dogs. I love the idea that they decided to get in contact with Playboy. That was cool. That was awesome. Heck yeah.
I'm looking that up right now, by the way.
What is it? Playgirl Playboy? What's her name?
Pamela Horton. I have not seen these pictures, so I'm looking right now.
Oh, you haven't seen? Okay, yeah, she is gorgeous. She is a gorgeous woman. She really does play to the Bayonetta look alike. So, you go, girl. Power to you. Yeah, she's beautiful. So
You've been naughty.
Cool. Yeah, basically.
Is that the one that was
more girl on girl action, yo?
She kind of looks like the girl that was at the new Nintendo World Store. The pictures I'm looking at, because she's not very tall looking. So I think that was her.
No,
Might be.
at the Nintendo World Store.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the Playboy pics right now, and it looks like the same girl.
I was with a Playboy.
No.
Was it a different girl?
No, it has to be someone. Send me the link because I actually never saw the Playboy girl.
Looks
Never.
just like her.
They're both different from the pictures that Rosa
Well,
had.
that's the picture I'm looking at. Let me.
And she has a different costume on.
Oh, okay. Then it must be somebody. The picture I
because
found.
the other girl, she has the cosplay costume, and the Playboy girl, she has the one with the real hair in the
okay.
Yeah, these are different. Yeah,
They're
these are
different girls.
Yeah.
I gotta find. I can't find the Playboy pics, so.
Oh.
You can't find the Playboy pic?
Let me try typing something else.
They should be on what's that website? Strictly
N4G.
Nintendo or something. The Everything Nintendo. They were on that website.
Are they?
Yeah.
Somebody's got that. Please link that to me so I can check it out. But so everyone I think that's a great idea.
It's awesome. I mean, it's a perfect mixture. You know, the family-friendly type of company going all out toward Playboy. You would never think they would make that move. So it's like, booyah.
I think it's more so about Nintendo trying to show we are not nearly as out of touch as you guys are trying to paint us to be. You think about how they made fun of themselves at E3 and how they made fun of critics at E3, and then you got Nintendo and Playboy. Are you crazy?
Right.
Like at E3 this year, no one would have ever guessed. Oh my God! Like if someone told you a few months ago at E3, Nintendo is gonna team up with Playboy, you'd have been like, "What is wrong with you? And why are you even?" You know what I'm saying?
Nobody
like that's some
would believe
stuff.
That.
No one would believe it. I don't even know if some people at Nintendo would believe it. You know,
I wouldn't have.
I mean, dude, that's phenomenal, man.
It
really is, and it bodes well for the future as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what's going to happen in the future with Nintendo? What kind of other marketing decisions are they going to make? You know,
that link Rel just shared. That's the cosplay girl. That I think.
No, that's not. That is not.
Isn't?
No,
Okay.
the cosplay girl was different.
Okay. I like
She looks better, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
like
Wow, you see the one with her bending? Goodness.
I see the one where
yeah, this is the Playboy girl.
She's wearing sleeves and nothing else. That one's.
You must be 18 or older to watch this video.
Aww.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like it. I dig it.
Oh yeah.
All right, I know we're quiet a little bit, but
Oh God.
Jesus, let me stand back a little bit.
What?
I like
It's not rated R.
yeah.
Talk about Playboy, so I mean, that's just,
Yeah.
so,
Who would have thought that they would be talking about, you know, kind of raunchy
These
type of things with Nintendo?
Yeah,
Like,
these Nintendo fans are talking about real
y'all
grown
wanted
stuff.
mature, it's here. Y'all wanted mature material, it's here, so don't get cringe-worthy about it now. Don't start cringing now. That's all I gotta say.
I wonder what happens if you share on Miiverse, like when the subtitles for Enzo when he's swearing and stuff. I wonder if you posted that on Miiverse if they would remove it.
Probably.
I
Because there is no age restriction on the Bayonetta Miiverse page, huh?
Yeah, that is weird. You would think they would do that. I
I
think they
posted a
should,
nice-
just to be on the safe side.
I
They
did a
really
nice
should.
one of Daisy and the prologue of Bayonetta 1 where she's leaning against the bar.
Yeah, I seen it.
Keep on seeing it.
Cause I would hate to get banned for putting something of Bayonetta up just out of nowhere. That would be kind of like, hey, Nintendo.
I don't know if they. I don't know if they.
I don't think
actually
they
banned it for
would,
that.
but just I don't know, glitch in the program maybe.
We're gonna
Don't
ban
listen.
you for putting bad material from a Nintendo licensed game on
Yeah, that it doesn't sound right.
Nintendo Miiverse.
I wouldn't put it past Nintendo just to have that oversight. Like, hey, you guys, we got to kind of put an age restriction on this forum.
It wouldn't be a bad idea to have a 17 and up Miiverse.
There should be there should be a
Yeah.
17 and up Miiverse section just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you can't still. It's not like you can draw naked pics or anything, but still.
Yeah, of course not. But you just want to keep, some of the younger crowd away from some of the more adult talk.
And Tessa says she was in the bathroom when that package arrived.
And they strike again.
they love striking at that time, man. They look at your window, okay? They're just looking at your shadow or whatever they can see, and then when they see you going somewhere like a bathroom or your backyard, and then they knock on that ring bell, and then they go right back to their truck. That's how they work.
I'm glad this discussion. We just kind of we're just kind of free forming it here, like just very organic. This is really cool, and I wrote down some things I wanted to talk about, but I ran out of those a long time ago. So I'm gonna ask, just off the top of my head, what would be another like a good game for like platinum? I know Toy said Kid Icarus. Anyone else? What do you think would be a good Platinum Games, like Nintendo collaboration? Maybe a Nintendo IP done by Platinum Games. Does anybody have an opinion or a game they think would be perfect for Platinum to take on?
Not a Nintendo game, but I would love to see them get their hands on Streets of Rage or Contra or something.
They've already talked about Star Fox from Nintendo, actually.
Yeah,
Like, that was a rumor. but I don't know.
If you
That's
see,
so gonna happen.
yeah, if you see that that Easter egg with the R-wing at the end of the game, you could pretty much almost guarantee Star
That's
Fox.
just them confirming it.
We'll see.
Silently.
We'll see. I'm
I'm
not
sorry.
sure.
I'm staying optimistic. Don't burn me down.
Yeah, I'm not trying
staying
to. I mean,
optimistic.
I
It's
would
there.
love that. I'm hoping that
I
is
know.
what it is,
I
but
know.
I like
Just
to
try not
stifle
to
my
get too hype
excitement.
about it, and then
I know this is like.
I understand.
I know this might.
I just want to be happy about it.
This might not agree with
Oh,
many
sorry,
people,
go.
but I would actually go with Metroid for the
Yeah.
fact of they could actually give her better moves. Now, I wish instead of Team Ninja working on that game, it was Platinum, because literally on Metroid Other M.
Yeah.
Because the way that they had it, right, they were having it where she just basically was shooting across and everything, but if they made it where Platinum Games made it, dude, I know those combos and everything would be better than
Yeah.
what Team Ninja put out.
Team Ninja is a wannabe platinum.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just
Pretty much.
they do
lost
good.
the talent. The talent of that group is gone now. It's
Mhm.
Valhalla.
Mm.
But just speaking about Other M real quick, I would have bought that game if it had analog, if it would have had the nunchuck support. I'm not gonna play a game like that with that D-pad. That was the worst D-pad on a Nintendo system. It was really hard to like hurt my thumb using it. If that
I found it easy to play. I'm one of the few people in the world who actually generally liked Other M.
I liked
even
it. No, I
will
liked it
say-
too. I loved it.
I just wish I could have played with the nunchuck and
Yeah, absolutely.
I actually had no problems with the game. I just played it. Like, I just went through it. I played it. I liked the combat. I liked how she just went on top of the creatures' heads and just shot them all.
Yeah, it was definitely some Platinum Games type stuff, but
yeah.
If Platinum Games were to do it, that'd work perfectly. But I would like to see Platinum Games on, Metroid, and then maybe who else on Star Fox? Sakurai on Star Fox. I would like for him to take Star Fox, since he basically resurrected Kid Icarus. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
he can
I
resurrect.
don't know, but I want him to take a break, because that guy's been going project to project to project.
True.
I honestly want him to take a break, get his mind fresh, and actually he's having something wrong with his hands, so I want him to take a break.
Yeah. Hey, Rel,
So we can get another Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Hey, Rel.
6 years, 7 years in the future.
I'm gonna throw that question to Rel. Is there any franchises you'd like to see maybe Platinum handle? Or
Man, I've been thinking the whole time you guys been talking. I can't think of anything.
I think Star Fox for me. Star
That's
Fox.
what I was thinking. Yeah, that's the only one I can come with. Really, Star Fox.
I think.
And I like Twilight's idea too of Kid Icarus. I think that would be pretty tight too.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine? Oh my God.
I'll play that game if it supports the C stick on the new 3DS. I had my hands cramped up easily on the 3DS, and I holding the stylus and stuff with.
Hold on, Danny.
With Metroid Prime Hunters on the DS, I can't do that again. So.
Yeah, that's why I haven't got it, because I've heard about the hand cramps and stuff. But I want it so bad, and I want to play it.
Yeah, that might be one of those games I get a couple years down the road. Same with Other M. I still might play that game someday. Just haven't yet. Thanks to the backwards compatibility, I still can.
It would be cool if they ported it to the Wii U, huh?
That would be,
Kid Icarus Uprising.
Yeah, Kid Icarus for sure.
Yeah.
I would like for them to just start from the ground up and make a whole new Kid Icarus. That'd be awesome.
Include the first game.
Yeah.
Maybe. And then,
like port that one, but make a whole new other game that takes over where that one left off, or something like that.
That one, does Kid Icarus Uprising have any platforming, or is it all?
I have no clue. I have yet to crack it open.
It's basically like it's like kind of like Bayonetta in a way. But because you're going on just one straight path, you can explore a little bit, but you're just going on one straight path to the end. So it basically plays just like Bayonetta a little bit with the way you just go around. Not really the combat, but I'm just talking about the way you just go around, and then you basically are from point A to B. That's basically how it plays. So it's not really like a just a platformer. It's just like you're doing many things at once. So
is there any exploration at all, or is it just you're moving forward the whole time?
There is some exploration because you have to find these fountains that actually heal all your health. You have to find all the treasures around. So there is some exploration, but it's not like a full on exploration. It's basically just a point A to point B. There are some things on the sides, but yeah.
Yeah, because I was surprised at how much exploration in Bayonetta. I'm having trouble like finding all the there's little nooks and crannies with stuff hiding. There's spots where you can jump up and get to those challenge portals and unlock the broken heart, witch hearts or whatever to build up your health.
Yeah.
But actually on Bayonetta 2 on chapter 1 I can't find any of the 3 red crows that give you the stamps for the Miiverse.
I just want to tell you my health right now in Bayonetta 2 is like let's say it's basically 2 bars.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, what you basically want to do is just buy hearts from Rodan's shop.
Yeah.
And also find them on yourself, by yourself. But yeah, I mean, also the freaking birds. I know there's this one bird that I can clearly go to him and press Y and catch him, but
it won't let you.
Yeah, he just flies away when I'm 5 feet away. I hate that about that bird. But yeah,
we got a good question or comment here. Flapjack said he'd like to see Platinums do a Sheik storyline with Impa.
Dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude.
Good
Yep.
idea.
Good answer.
Dude. Could you imagine? Bro, this dude getting me hype. Who was that again?
Flapjack.
You see,
Tell
That's actually-
Flapjack he is hype for that.
That's actually another thing. I wish they could have done it also with Hyrule Warriors, that kind of thing. Because
Yeah.
Platinum comes up with probably the best combo systems I've ever seen. I go through Bayonetta every single time. I like when you give me a fighting game or action game like this where the combos are just, you can do so many things. I love it.
With 2 buttons.
I love you. With 2 buttons too. Not just actually that, you actually have a multiple amount of buttons that you can work with.
Yeah, if you
but
have
it's
extra weapons and shit.
Yeah. But it's whenever I play, because games like these, you automatically have me when you come up with sexy combos, okay? When you come up with amazing combos, that's why I love the Lumen Sage so much, because I like that he does the whole teleporting thing and acting like, man, he's a beast. Okay, I just freaking love when they do combos right in these type of games. That's how you basically do it.
And there's so many.
There's so many combos, so many combinations you can do for the fact that you can equip on your hands and your feet. So it's really just, I'm loving this game for really what kind of combos they're really showing off, and of course the other characters that we can play. And I'm telling you, I cannot wait to unlock Rosa. Okay, I cannot. Wait. Well, I wish, but the thing is,
Bayonetta's mom, huh?
Yeah, Bayonetta's mother. And not me. I'm not in the game. But the thing is, I can't wait to unlock her because whenever I was playing with her during the story, awesome. She was basically destroying everything. I loved it. So and I also loved her combos and everything that she did when she was playing as a CPU basically. So I cannot wait to just unlock her. And I'm just, Platinum should just start making fighting games and all this. I'm sorry. I honestly think they should really start a fighting game and really go with that. Because we honestly can do it.
I wouldn't mind putting a fighting game in one of their games, but I think they're so good at what they're doing with Bayonetta 2. I wouldn't want to see them limit themselves to just a strict fighting game.
But look,
no. It's just...
let's talk about something that happened in the past a long time ago, right? Anybody ever remember a game called Castlevania Judgment?
No.
That came out for the Wii.
On the Wii?
It was a Castlevania fighting game. It was Castlevania characters from across history fighting together.
I picked it up.
Bunch of bastardized versions of Castlevania characters fighting each other.
I thought it was regular Castlevania.
When you look at the Bayonetta aesthetic, right, it goes perfect with the spirit of Castlevania. You got death and all them in Castlevania. They could get the same artists and everything. Castlevania Judgment could have been done with the Bayonetta fighting system and been the exact same game, but 10 times better. So that's another thing I could see Platinum doing. is like taking Castlevania. But then that game probably wouldn't come out to the Wii U, so
Yeah.
because Konami is over Castlevania,
I'd
unfortunately.
have to say I'm interested in seeing what Scalebound's going to look like on the Xbox One.
It's probably gonna look great.
I mean,
That's a game. That's another game that I'm waiting for the fact that it's made by Hideki himself, and the character that we saw at the E3 trailer reminded me of Dante so much, especially when he took out the sword.
it's called Scalebound.
What is
It
the game
looks-
about? Like,
It looks like How to Train Your Dragon meets like
Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
But
I'm
the
getting
thing
an
is,
Xbox, so I guess I'll pick that up.
I know this is gonna play out just like a Devil May Cry or Bayonetta game, but of course it's gonna play better than a Devil May Cry game.
You need
And-
Bayonetta and Devil May Cry together.
Yeah, basically. And because Hideki loves creating games like that. He loves creating these type of action-based games. And, I have no problem if he makes this one action-based too. Because this one actually is looking nice from what I'm seeing, at least from the perspective of what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
The CGI trailer.
Yeah.
No, because the thing is,
Yeah,
they
that's awesome.
showed. No, but the thing is, he showed basically what you're going to be doing, which is
Yeah.
basically you're going to be fighting these type of monsters, and also I guess you can take the type of form of like whatever element you touch. That reminds me of like Kevin from Ben 10, where he actually kind of whatever he touches he can absorb, and he turns into that. So that's actually what it kind of reminds me. So that can actually lead to good gameplay. That's what I'm really liking right there.
Yeah, it looks interesting. If they can pull off even half as good of visuals as that CG trailer,
Yeah.
that's going to be impressive. But it's a good looking game, and I'm becoming a fan of Platinum. I've only played a couple. I know they were the guys that did Beautiful Joe. I played those games back.
Yeah, I've been a fan of since Beautiful Joe, man.
And,
Beautiful Joe was a great game.
It was, and
It got slept on.
yeah, there was one on the DS too that was actually really solid. I still have so, or was it? Yeah, that was the DS, and
Oh, that's why Wonderful 101 reminds me of Beautiful Joe. Duh.
Yeah, they got the same proportions.
Duh.
what was the name of the studio back then? I forget.
Clover or something?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did Okami as well, I think.
Yeah,
yeah, they did Okami,
That was a
I
great
got that
which is
too.
amazing because Okami stands next to
Beautiful.
Zelda as a great as an adventure game.
Yeah.
Yes. Since Flapjack
Just
had
talented, god damn.
they're just good, and they haven't been. Their team stayed together so far.
Not recognized very much.
So
Yeah,
Their
because their games are so
overlooked
niche.
a lot.
yeah, and they don't always sell that great either, which sucks. But
That does suck.
I'm gonna give Flapjack one more since he had that great idea with the Chic game, because I think that could be an amazing game with input. Seeing little,
Something about the Sheikah tribe, yeah.
yeah, seeing the different side of Zelda, because they haven't really had a spin-off. But he said with Nintendo killing it with virtually all exclusives and barely any third-party / multiplayer, so I'll add that. Do you think that Nintendo is creating their own industry to shield them from the gaming industry collapse?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
honestly believe that
pretty
because
much.
they're basically
Absolutely.
taking these games that you would never expect them to take, and they're just like they're really making all these games just for their system. They're not really trying to count on third party that much, and I honestly think they're trying to just make themselves survive and help themselves out because everybody's right now is treating them like garbage. So this is basically a way to say like, all right, screw you then,
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah. So
They're
it's
gonna
like,
be making games specifically for their system from here on out, basically. I think if Nintendo really wanted third-party support, they'd have it. They don't want it. So for us to be asking for it we need to go ahead and give up the ghost on that.
I don't
They
know who's
can
asking
make it
for
happen.
it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
can
they're
keep
not
it.
gonna do
you know,
anything.
some people want Nintendo fans to want it, so they
Yeah.
blame us for why it isn't there. So
Let me ask you guys. I'm gonna have Rel go first. With Smash on the 3DS, Hyrule Warriors, now Bayonetta, and we're getting Captain Toad, Smash for Wii U with all that content.
oh my god.
Rel, is there any room for even a Call of Duty this year, even if it was coming out? Is there any room for it in your library, do you think?
Nope. Sorry, dude. I mean, my brother was looking at me. He was kind of disappointed because I was telling him, I'm like, because going to get we play Call of Duty because my pops plays with us, my uncle plays with us, and we all kind of play together. So it's kind of like a family thing. But I
It's gonna
told
be
him,
Smash Brothers this Christmas.
yeah, I told him this year. I said, sorry, bro. I
Eight
don't know.
players, man. Eight
Yup.
players.
I
Get your
said,
Smash game.
yup. I said, sorry, dude. You guys gonna be on your own this time. And he was like, what? I was like, yup. Sorry, man. Because I mean, after I got Ghost, I was so disappointed, and I was disappointed in Ghost, and my brother's the hype machine. I call him the hype machine because he gets hyped over all these games. I was telling Juice about all the games he gets,
Yeah, he
all the
just
third-party games he gets, and I told him too the other day. I said, if you pick up Sunset Overdrive over Bayonetta 2, I will be strongly disappointed in you because I kind of feel like I molded my brother to kind of know what quality games are, and
Yeah.
he's just gone off, dude, somewhere, and I can't grab him. He's gone, dude. You know what I mean? And it's just, I told him, I'm like, man, if I see you get Sunset Overdrive over Bayonetta, dude, I will be strongly disappointed in you. But I
I
don't
made a
have room,
video.
dude.
I'm sorry.
I don't have room. I'm sorry, Twilight. Go ahead.
No, that's my bad.
Yeah.
I made a video a long time ago talking about Nintendo is jazz, and
Yeah.
it's true. It's like telling somebody who came up on Woodstock type, old school rock and roll, and telling them, hey, you got to listen to contemporary jazz and enjoy it. That's not gonna happen. So if he came up on Call of Duty, Madden, and all that type of stuff, he's conditioned to that, man. He's not. His perception of reality is not gonna let him enjoy that because he's naturally looking for a certain type of experience. That's why I'm not. That's why on my channel and stuff, I don't come down on games. I don't come down on gamers too much. I try not to talk too much noise about video games themselves because everyone enjoys every different game for different reasons.
Yeah.
I gotta play devil's
You need to
advocate.
ASAP. You need to not worry about him because he is lost.
Yeah, but the thing is, he came up with me, and we had all these games, and I've been trying. But I mean, you know what? You're right you're right because he's always kind of gravitated that way. Like I was so anti Xbox in high school, be talking mess with people all up in the wars, man, and he wanted an Xbox so bad for NFL Fever, dude. I was like, oh my gosh, dude.
Really?
Like, yeah, for NFL
Let them
Fever.
have it.
I'm like,
The
okay,
only way
dude.
they learn is if they constant disappointment, and eventually they'll be like, all right, bro, you were right.
Yeah, yeah.
well, he
I
just
have to play devil's advocate for a quick second.
Yeah.
On Sunset Overdrive, and as everybody knows, I am getting an Xbox for that. Now, don't look badly at that game because it looks fun, and it's a new IP finally,
Mhm.
and it's colorful finally, and
It's a new
making
IP, but
fun
it's
of
the same
itself.
game.
And I'm sorry, I'm giving it a chance because
Yeah, please.
I need to see new games doing something fun. It looks fun, and I know not everybody's gonna jump on board on that game, but try not to shoot it before giving it a chance. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say.
I'm gonna get it when the price
So,
drops.
that's fine. There's nothing
I'm
wrong
gonna
with
get
that.
Well,
I'm
And the
just
thing
saying.
I
you
don't
do
like is that.
realize
Oh, go ahead.
Huh?
Go, Twilight.
What's
you
up?
do realize we're shooting it down for a different reason than most
Why?
people are. They're shooting it down because of the aesthetics of the game and how it's not, hyper realistic and stuff. We shoot it down because we see the gameplay. Well, I'm not gonna speak for myself.
Okay.
I'm shooting it down because it doesn't seem truly new outside of its looks.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I do see that, but at the
But
same
I shouldn't
time,
shoot it down at all.
I do see something promising in it. And because of that, I want to give it a chance. And there's other games I want to get on the Xbox, so I figured, hey, why not? Sleek white Xbox, getting $50 off in a little bit because they gonna give me my money back. So hey, whatever.
Exactly. That price drop has
But I
changed
just
my
want
mind
to give
totally.
some other games chances. I just really don't like it when people get too hard on new games. I understand why, and thanks for explaining that, but let's try not to get be too negative about it, because you're messing up my hype. I like to hype myself up for games and
I'm
enjoy
sorry. I've been
games.
doing that
I'm
all
a
Yeah, we don't
night.
want to kill
fun-loving
you.
person.
We don't want to
You
kill your
know,
hype. Yeah, we don't want to kill your
I
hype.
like to have fun, and y'all gonna find out. I'm gonna do a gameplay of it, and I'm gonna let you know this is garbage or not.
Yeah.
well, it's getting
I
decent.
doubt it'll be garbage.
But I don't think it's gonna be garbage. I think, I mean, a lot of people are saying the story. As far as the with reviews, I don't care. But they're saying the story is a little over the top, and I'm like, it looks like a game where the story is supposed to be over the top, just like
Yeah.
Bayonetta was. So what is your point? Why would you mark a game down for an over the top story when that's what the heck it's about, being over the top?
Unless
So, I
it's
don't
over
know.
the top and just completely uninteresting. But
Huh? What?
yeah, what are you crumpling some papers?
Sorry. Sorry.
Um, if it's just a completely uninteresting story, it doesn't matter how
Yeah.
over the top. But I will
Yeah,
say
true.
the reviews for Sunset, it's getting good reviews. It's averaged like an 82
Yeah.
with over 50 reviews. So that tells me that it's enough people like it. It's going to be a good game. It looks like it borrows a lot of elements from other
It's
games.
probably gonna be niche at best.
But I
You know,
did.
it's gonna
The
be
one thing
overlooked a
that
little
worries me is the camera system seems to be a little wonky.
wonky.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful 101.
But
Yeah.
I'll definitely
Hyrule
try to
Warriors.
if I get an Xbox One, that would definitely be something I'd be looking at. So,
Gotta
but
get
I
that
did,
Master Chief
The
collection.
only thing that's kind of annoying about it is that you got a lot of people that are hyped up on it because of how colorful it is.
Mhm.
But it's like, man, we've been playing colorful games over here for I don't know how long.
I know.
And you
You just
dog
want to
us
shoot
about
it
it.
down. You know what I mean? You want to dog us about it. So you know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my little salt in there too. So I'm gonna hate too. You know what I mean? So I mean,
Well,
not to kill
my
your
thing
buzz,
is-
But we gotta
but
stop. But we gotta stop it somewhere. You can't. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but
Yeah.
come on, you guys. Like,
You gotta
be
be
the
the bigger
bigger
person.
person. You
Yeah.
gotta be the bigger person. I understand where you're coming from. I honestly do. I am there with you, and I do like the game. Yes, because it's colorful. Obviously, I play
Yeah.
Nintendo games, but at the same time, I want to stay. I want to stay above the crowd. I don't want to be in that crazy drama-filled, infested, cesspool. I want to be able to see the game for what it is. It looks fun. It's colorful. It's something new. Yes, taking the whole shooter thing still, but just like with freaking Splatoon, it's doing something with shooters different. It's colorful and vibrant and all that good stuff, but it's more cartoony. And then with Sunset Overdrive, it's kind of making fun of itself. It's a little bit, it's kind of fun, colorful. You got these weird looking zombie type things, mutants, whatever. And customization, yeah, maybe the camera's wonky. I don't know. I didn't look at all that much gameplay because I kind of want to save myself from spoiling it. But try to be the bigger person. Don't bring yourself too low to
Plus the game.
their level.
The
I mean,
game is. Go ahead.
it's just a game. It's a game.
Yeah.
You're bringing down a game that might actually be a decent game or something, or even better than decent. And and then other people be like, well, I'll skip this game then, and then nobody checks it out, and then we don't get any more fun new IP type games and whatnot and stuff.
Yeah.
So
well said.
Yeah.
So
that's just my take on it.
we're gonna wrap this up here, and I just want everyone to give their sales pitch for those of you out there listening that didn't buy Bayonetta 2 or you don't know if it's for you. Like we said earlier, it's not for everyone, but I did want to point out a couple things. Like I said earlier, I was surprised at the amount of exploration. It's not like Metroid exploration, but if you ever played Ninja Gaiden on the original Xbox, I mean, there's a lot of places where it's limited where you can go, but then there's some bigger areas where you kind of explore and you can find pieces, almost like Zelda. You find 4 broken witch hearts and you increase your health meter. There's all kinds of little challenge portals. They're called, I forget what they're called in Bayonetta 2. It starts with the M. It's some weird word to pronounce, and there's just a lot of stuff hidden beneath the surface. Like if you just went from point A to point B, you're gonna miss a lot of extra content and stuff. So the tag climax definitely was more to it than I thought there was gonna be, and I am looking forward to playing more of that. So it's got a little bit of everything. If I was playing Smash Brothers yesterday. My nephew wanted to see it. And I was playing the boss on difficulty 9 or 8. It was 8. In the different forms it goes into it, I felt like I was playing Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Because the fight that boss with all its different forms is so much different than the actual Smash Brothers. Any other fighting a normal character is completely different. And I'm like, if you enjoy that last boss fight on Smash Brothers, you would enjoy the combat in Bayonetta. I'm not saying you'd love the game from start to finish, but you would actually, people out there would actually enjoy the combat system. So it's just a great game, and I hope people pick it up, and I hope it does well enough to possibly get a sequel in the future. So that's kind of my sales push, or my last my last words on the game, and then we'll go from right to left here. Coupon, why don't you give your final thoughts on the game and your call sign or whatever, your sign off, and
Well, my selling point for all those out there who've been waiting for that one game that's mature. There you go. I mean, how much more mature can you get than having Playboy team up with Nintendo? So stop with the excuses. Go get the game, check it out. Like most of us have been saying, it might not be for everyone. So if you have a Wii U, they still have the demo available, I believe. Check it
mhm.
out. See if it's something you want to play, if it's something along the lines, because the demo does it justice. It's a good demo. And from there, make your purchase and, go forth and have fun and enjoy the sexy frames per second. And, yeah, and that's all I got to say. So I'm Coupon Strategy, your gaming diva, and, yeah, thanks for having me on board.
All right. Be in here. All right, how about you, Games? You got any final thoughts?
Well, the game is just beautiful. I mean, just if you like action games and you like, and you have a Wii U, you got nothing right now, just get Bayonetta, and you get 2 games for 1. You haven't played the first one, well, there you go. You basically get the first and the second one. You can basically play the first and second one. Yeah, but I was trying to come up with a trilogy, but it's not a trilogy. But I guess a doubly. I don't know what the frick. But yeah, I mean it's a really fun game. Trust me, especially with the second one, you'll have fun because there's more to offer, and especially with the tag climax and all this other stuff. So, trust me, it's a really good game. If you don't have it right now, what's wrong with you? But I understand if you don't like this kind of genre. So,
And it's gonna be hard to find because they
yeah,
did
it's gonna
a lot of copies, so
it's
it's
gonna be hard to find unless you can go on Amazon or someplace online. You can find it there, or if you have a hard drive on your Wii U, just go ahead and download it.
Yeah.
So
Allow
yeah,
3 hours though, because it's 15 gigs for each
Yeah.
game.
it's Bayonetta
Fun
217 and Bayonetta is 15.
Buy the
Not
physical
really.
copy.
Yeah.
Pretty
I,
much.
I gotta ask Games one question. When you beat the game, is there a way to look at all the character models and like pan the camera around? Because I noticed one of your posts looked like a
Ouch.
really cool
Oh,
camera.
yeah. I basically you can. You have to go to the gallery.
Okay. That's
And
cool.
that then you can like move around and everything.
Like
I love it.
admire the character models from any
Yeah.
angle.
I love it.
That's nice. Twilight. Final thoughts.
All right. Game is beautiful. The game is gorgeous.
Graphics horror.
But it's not for. I'm talking about play gameplay too, man. But anyway, if you're not for a game that throws everything it can at you at once, don't play this game. If you're about getting your handheld and going in a linear direction, this game is not for you. You need to get your fingertips, get your dexterity up, as I say for Super Smash Bros. 3DS. Get your dexterity up because this game is a physical challenge for you as a human being in the real world. But yeah, get the game if you have a Wii U. There's no reason for you not to have it. Quite literally, no reason. But yeah, that's me, man. Twilight Bites. Check the channel out. Y'all be cool.
All right. ASAP. You got any final thoughts?
Yeah, just I would just say like this isn't even a game that really interests me, but playing the demo and everything is definitely a game that I think a lot of people should check out. I try to get my pops to get it, but he's not into the angels and demons and all the bloods and stuff, so he told me he might have to miss me on this one, but the game is legit. Like I said, I just played the Bayonetta 2 demo and I loved it, and then I'm playing the Bayonetta 1. And I like it a lot too. So I mean, you get both the games for $60. You can't beat it, man.
Yeah, it's a great value. I mean, just
2 for 1.
Yep.
like Strictly Nintendo said, he would have paid 60 for each game and still been happy. Still felt like he got a good deal. And the fact that he got both games for 60, he felt like he was cheating Nintendo, which is a good way to put it, because really they could have sold that first one separately for $30, $40 like a month ago, and I think
Yeah.
people bought it. But I think putting the two together really helped push a lot of people over the fence for getting the game. I give him 2 for 1. And I did want to touch on the story real quick before we wrap this up. You know, it's over the top, it's crazy, but it's really fun. Like, the first game, I'm on Chapter 6, and it's just fun. I like the little, where their lips aren't moving anymore. It's almost like frames from a...
Yeah, that's a tight, man. That's
and
tight.
it's like, it's just some really funny dialogue, and, you know, it doesn't exactly make sense. And there's the dude, Luca, he's like tracking Bayonetta, but he's a human, and she's in the purgatorial realms. It's just some funny stuff going on there. You got to have a little bit of a sense of humor for some of it, but it's not as over the top as some people are making out to be, unless you just really don't like the idea of fighting angels and all that.
Also, and speaking of that, for the religious people who are a little sensitive religiously, if you really pay attention to the game, there are no actual, like, true religious implications in the game. Hell and heaven are totally different. They aren't indicative of the true hell and heaven that we know and speak of in the real world.
Right.
So just be mindful that these aren't real. There is no reference to Jesus Christ or
you're not gonna see
anybody.
You're not going to see a cross and a star.
Yeah. Because
the angels are actually more inspired by, like, Greek, Roman, angelic symbols than they are actual, Roman Catholic, Protestant religion symbols. So that's that could be a whole nother podcast in and of itself. So yeah, we'll move on from that.
I think I really want to go play some more, but I really got to give my eyes a break because they're just weak. I'm old.
I'm scared to play some more.
I'm old, and my eyeballs don't like me if I play games for too long anymore. So, oh, Coupon's playing right now.
Yeah, I've been playing, man. I can't stop.
I noticed he got quiet for a while. So
Yeah.
All right, guys. This is a lot longer than I planned. Hour and 45 minutes. So I thank you guys and gals. Coupon, thanks for joining me again. Twilight, thanks for being on The Juice is Loose for the first time.
Finally.
And Red Knight, if you're watching this, thanks for joining. And yeah, it was fun. Love this discussion, and I hope we can do more things like this. I might, because my Juice is Loose is supposed to be about the Mario Kart tournament and stuff, and it's just with all these other games coming out, it's hard to still be excited for the tournament. So I don't know what I'm going to do moving forward, but for as of now, the tournaments will still go on tomorrow or Wednesday. I'll try it again. We had like 11 people last week. I think it's going to be less this week. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for the questions, and thanks to my guests for joining in, and we'll see you guys on the next video.